Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. The final chapter of the long season for these two squads in the Gasparilla Bowl. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Fresno State's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. Bryson Donaldson, he is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I'll tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched in most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Caught in the backfield, it's McClain. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Martin will throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So TCU's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. I'm not sure how much they're going to want to go after this guy because very few have had success throwing his way. Running inside, it's Payne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Horned Frogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Craig. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their 1st sack of the game here in the 1st half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Martin back to pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Scott. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Off the play fake. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He'll try to pop the draw. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Martin will throw it. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. TCU calls its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Fresno State!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's small. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Dropping back, it's Craig. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Avoids pressure on the right. He's got it for a big play. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Man, one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes, so nice job sticking up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular grab.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Martin back to pass. Rushes on him. Unloads it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And that is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat-type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Small. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Payne. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get... There he goes! Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Martin will throw it. Puts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Soft spot in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Freeman. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls it and runs it again. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Craig. Throws to the back. Got a man, it's Payne. Runs through a man, he might have some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
The Horned Frogs right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's small. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Lost to throw again. Got his man. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it go. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
To the air on second down. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, TCU! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? That the quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Martin back to pass. That's caught. It's McClain. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The give on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Off the RPO, complete. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to throw. It's Craig. Fires left. Makes a connection. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Well, that is exactly what you want to see by the wide receiver in this situation of the game. 2 minute, you're down in possession, no timeouts, so you have got to be able to get first downs to stop the clock or get out of bounds, and the receiver knew exactly what to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Out of the end zone. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game.